manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please.
Nancy Guthrie is 84 years old. She is the mother of Today's Show anchor Savannah Guthrie, and on the 1st of February she vanished from her home outside Tucson, Arizona. Investigators believe she was taken. Beyond that, they will say very little because almost everything else attached to this case has been contested, corrected, or faked. This is not a video about who took Nancy Guthrie. It's about the widening gap between what investigators actually know and what the internet is certain it knows.
She was abducted after this blood that was linked to her was found outside the home. Surveillance video captured the masked intruder near the property. But now the FBI tells Reuters that none of the messages sent to media outlets claiming to be from the kidnappers or from someone who knows the kidnappers were genuine. Investigators determined that the first 2 notes from February came from the...
...its authenticity. Authorities believe Nancy Guthrie was abducted from her home late Saturday or early Sunday. A little bit of blood was found inside her Tucson home. A law enforcement source familiar with the case told CBS News. And what appeared to be a small amount of dried blood was seen next to a doormat outside the front door of the home.
Right now, we believe Nancy is still out there. We want her home.
The sheriff means that. This is still officially a search for a living woman, and her family has pleaded with the public to keep her human.
For our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom, she needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the...
That is a family in the worst days of their lives, and in the space around them a second story took hold, one with almost nothing to do with Nancy and everything to do with people exploiting her name. It started with the ransom notes.
Good evening. We begin with a major new development in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Reuters is reporting tonight that the FBI has deemed all 3 ransom notes to be fake.
Those notes had been sent to media outlets and shared with the FBI and the Guthrie family. 2 of the notes were sent in early February, while a third was sent just last week. Reuters cites 2 law enforcement sources with at least one
claiming Nancy died, and after placing cryptocurrency into an account provided in one demand, the money was never touched. So that, along with other forensic evidence, led agents to conclude seemingly that the notes were hoaxes. And this development raises new questions about whether Nancy was ever taken for rape.
Read that again. The notes that drove weeks of coverage, the deadlines, the cryptocurrency, the claim that she had died, investigators do not believe any of them came from whoever actually has her. And at least one wasn't just wrong. It was a crime of its own.
Some key developments in the case and the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, especially revolving around fake ransom notes, as a California man accused of writing one of them to the Nancy Guthrie family has pleaded guilty. Derek Calleja faced charges of transmitting a demand for ransom, interstate commerce, and utilizing telecommunications device with intent to abuse, threaten, or harass a person. He has pleaded guilty to both counts, faces up 2 years.
To be clear, that man is not accused of harming Nancy Guthrie. He pleaded guilty to inventing a ransom demand and aiming it at a terrified family, profiting from a tragedy he had nothing to do with. He is one of the fakes. He is not the only one.
We've got a scam alert this morning. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says that fake posts about the search for Nancy Guthrie are using QR codes to ask for money. The Sheriff's Office says that they will never ask for a donation. So if you do see one of these posts, don't even scan the code.
A death claim that was fake, a ransom that was fake, donation links that were fake. Each one drew a wave of attention, and each one buried the real signal a little deeper, which is why the people actually running this case keep repeating the same careful thing.
What they say publicly. The Pima County Sheriff posted on social media this morning that they have not identified a suspect or a person of interest, and detectives are still working to verify who may have had any contact with Nancy Guthrie before she disappeared. What they're emphasizing at this point is accuracy. Investigators say they're working closely with the Guthrie family, and they're urging the public not to spread unverified claims or speculation online, warning that false information can actually...
I know there's been a lot out there about suspects, and I want to be very clear. At this time, we have not identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case. We are working our best to do that. But to be clear, we have nobody of interest or any suspects that you would consider a prime suspect.
No suspect, no person of interest, a direct request to stop guessing. So when you see a confident name online, a viral theory, a leaked note, understand that the investigators holding the actual evidence do not have those answers. The certainty is being manufactured somewhere with far less information than they have.
Savannah Guthrie just announced her family's adding an additional $1 million to the reward to help find her mother, Nancy. The combined reward now stands at $1.2 million. Savannah just posted a new video on social media saying, quote, "We still believe in a miracle. We also know she may be lost." Meanwhile, police say the masked suspect seen on Nancy Guthrie's porch may have come to her home before her disappearance. When the FBI released images from Guthrie's doorbell camera earlier this month, only one of them showed the suspect without a backpack. Sources now believe that image may have been taken before the 84-year-old went.
Even the evidence that is real keeps getting reread. A reward that climbed past $1 million, a doorbell image whose timing shifted on a second look. The honest status of this case is not a theory. It's a blank the family is still waiting to fill.
Reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, our God's precious daughter, Nancy, we believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again.
Nancy Guthrie is still missing. That is the whole unglamorous truth of it. The gap between what's known and what's believed is exactly where the fakes live, the scammers, the fabricated notes, the confident strangers filling a silence they can't actually fill. If you genuinely know something, there's one number that matters. 1-800, call FBI. Everything else is just noise around a family that is still, tonight, waiting.